universities in the world. Obafemi Awolowo University. That's where I went to. And of course, I'm a comedian and also a lawyer. I I studied law in Obafemi Awolowo University. Um, what else? I'm just a normal guy. I know how to cook very well. I love food. Dad, I love food. God. So I know how to cook. Because when we were growing up that time, food did not reach us. So I used to follow moms inside the kitchen so that I can thief small out of the food as they are cooking it.
So
The food
this
was not
comedy is
enough.
an inbuilt something.
Well, comedy, I think it's my parents that gave it to me. My mom and dad, they're extremely funny. They're extremely funny people. And so not only my mom and dad, I think Nigerians generally, Nigerians are extremely funny. I've met so many funny people in my life. God strategically placed me in a point where all through my life, every single time, there's someone who is an hilarious person around me. When I was growing up, it was my neighbors in the next building, them Bradayo, Bumi, and co. And comedy has just always been something that I saw that no matter how poor or rich someone is, it has the tendency to bring everyone together. It has the tendency to make everybody listen. So if you want to send a message to somebody and you say it in a comical way, even if it's a very serious message, the person would listen more because the person would not even know when you have said the message you want to say because of how comedy is. It's a very, very, very unique gift. So I did everything possible to learn what it was about, what made people that were funny, what made them make other people laugh. So I'm still doing that. And hopefully I'll become one of the best comedians the world has ever seen, by the grace of God.
We are waiting for you. We can't wait for you. You're gonna be there very soon.
By the grace of God.
I want to ask: is there any way that your academic background has helped your comedy in any form?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. First and foremost, because every time that people see me outside and they hear me speaking English, they're always confused. If you check your comments now, everybody's just saying, so you can speak English, so you can speak English. Is that English I'll be speaking, all that. So first and foremost, when I say something, people are always shocked and they're like, where did they go on? Also, because I studied, they helped me understand what planning is all about and how you need to be strategic with whatever it is that you're doing. So from day one, I've been as strategic as possible and as intentional as possible, especially when it comes to being politically correct. I try as much as I can to be politically correct because a lawyer is someone that understands that you need to know something about everything and everything about something. So I try as much as possible to know something about everything. So when you know something about everything, it's easy for you to crack jokes about almost every topic all around. So what my profession allowed me to do is it allowed me to be a lot more level-headed because I used to be this very angry person growing up. I used to be very angry. I used to vex go. So I think it's that anger that I now transferred into my comedy. God knows what he's doing. But then my profession has been very helpful because it helped me understand my craft better. It helps me understand my craft better. Yeah.
Then another thing I want to ask, I like the fact that you said it helps you to understand everything and to know the law, to help you know your boundaries.
Yes, I'm politically correct.
Yeah, so that you don't go out to
it's
the wrong side
important.
of
It's
the
important
law.
in whatever one does to understand that you're speaking to the entire world. If you want the entire world to see you, want the whole world to see what you've got to do, then obviously you need to say something that not necessarily will not upset people because you can't please everybody, but you need to understand that whatever it is that you're doing, the greater amount of people is going to do a greater good to the greater amount of people. Yeah, that's the word.
Wow, that was great. That was great.
Yeah.
I want to ask another thing. Is it possible that I'm looking at your experience a lot? Is it possible that someone that never went to school can also be successful in comedy?
In fact, it's one of the things I say nowadays. Anybody who has spoken to me recently would say I've said it, that school is a scam. It's a very huge scam. Yes, because I went to school, it favored me. So many people have gone to school, it favored them. But I feel like you have misplaced a lot of things with regards to schooling. There's a lot of things that need to be reorganized, that need to be there's a lot of re-strategizing that needs to go into schooling. People need to understand that the professions of the past are not necessarily professions of now. If I have if 1,000 people, if we do a poll now, if 1,000 people, a survey, thank you. If 1,000 people have graduated from one particular university or the other in Nigeria today, I can guarantee you that at least half have absolutely nothing to do with the studies that they went for in school. And it is majorly because school does not even give enough opportunity for what people want to do. People are going into school nowadays, especially higher institutions, and they are confused because what they want to do is not in school. When I wanted to go to uni, I didn't want to study what concerned me and law. I didn't want to study English. Even though theater arts was there, I didn't want to do theater arts. My body was not with theater arts because I know I do more than acting. I'm not just an actor. But there was no course that I could do in school that could actually teach me a lot more of what I wanted to know, what I wanted to do, which is the arts, which is entertainment, which is comedy. So there are lots more. There's a lot more courses that can be taught in school that is more
project driven, more entrepreneurial driven.
Driven, yes, absolutely. So I feel like absolutely. So someone can very well not go to school and still become a very great comedian, a great entertainer. In fact, you can do anything you want. If anything, the internet has eradicated the usefulness of school. Whatever it is you want to learn in this world, you can learn it on the internet. Whatever it is, I don't care what it is you want to learn. So in the past 20, 30 years, we've seen a lot of astronomical change going on in the world. It's because of the internet. It has opened people's eyes. Do you understand? People have seen that they can do this without necessarily spending. Do you get? So I think school is still extremely important. It just really needs to be structured. They need to learn to teach children to choose a profession that they love to do, not a profession that their parents want them to do. Yeah, so school needs to teach people to find out what they love to do and what they know how to do. I don't think school does that very well now. They grade people based on maths, English, maths, to me official, anything, low maths, I maths my bad, the YDX. I swear to God, if I see that man that teach me maths,
a lot of people have been so bad because probably they didn't do well in school, not knowing that it's really not important. It has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with what you're doing. It has nothing to do.
Go to TikTok. Go to TikTok. There are a lot of young ones that there is no profession they are doing. Do you understand? But they realize that they are doing something. They put it out on the internet. When you do something and you show the world, if you have on Lulu, some people dance. Look at Pokoli. Pokoli dances. There are so many people with so many professions that were not even they were not in existence 10 years ago, 5 years ago. So I feel like many of these things, people need to know them. The world has changed, and whoever does not change with the world, in fact, he's the one that will be pointing at television in 30
like some
years.
of these skills. Can you tell us some of these skills that people can actually learn online that can help them make some money? Some of these skills, like one, the skills. Then second, the platform. Like talk about TikTok. What are the skills that you think can help people make money, and the kind of platform they can put it on? Can you tell us?
Every platform. So there's a lot of platforms now. There's a lot of platforms in existence now in the entire world. There's a lot. There's TikTok. There's Facebook. There's Twitter. There's people who are making money from being just influencers on any of these platforms. There is no platform where you can't influence and make money. But it is not the money part that is important. It's what you can do, Gongo. There is nothing that's as important as what can you do before you think about making money. Do you understand? If you can do something and you're exceptional at it, Sherry, in this world, Every single person can do something differently. I cannot do skits the way Talma will do skits. Do you understand? I cannot do skits the way Barashagi will do skits. I cannot do skits the way Macaroni will do skits. Neither can I do it the way Sydney will do it. If you look at all the people who do skits in Nigeria, who do music all around, do you know how many musicians are in the world? Yet every single person, their voice is different from the other. So it means that whatever it is that you are doing, you are different from the next person. Nobody can do it like you. You can't do it like another person. So you need to first find what it is that you can do. That money part, that money will come. Money will come.
So
Because
basically,
people
we
that are
have to
doing,
give value.
yeah,
Even
value is the
when you
most
create
important thing.
content that is giving value,
Yeah, money will
eventually,
come.
wow, wow,
Money will come. If
wow.
money is the important thing, then you are putting the cart before the horse.
Hmm.
Yes.
I want to ask here, Barrister, do you still practice?
there is a unique thing in every single
It's
person.
amazing, amazing.
So you need to find your pivot. That pivot is going to help you do every other thing that you want to do. That's all.
Okay, good one. We're enjoying you. This is really amazing. This is really
Thank you.
amazing. I was thinking that is there any way like people that are looking up to go into comedy, okay? You know, for us, if you want to go into comedy, you want to do anything, the end point is to give value. And when
Yes.
you give value, to be able to earn money for a good living. That's the essence of giving value for. So do you think you have advice? Because I can bet you see that you have a lot of people that is looking up to you.
Oh, boy, yeah. Light have gone in Nigeria.
That's all right. That's all right. So, are you still there?
Let me get them to put on the generator first. Can I join back in a bit, please?
Okay, then please do. Please do. Please do. Thank you. So these are things that remind us that we're in Africa, but that's fine. That's fine. But that's fine. So he's gonna come back. If you see the way he sound, is very focused. You see that he is very articulate. That's the essence of education. Education gives you a good background to package yourself for anything, and that's why I still think you should. It's not compulsory that you have a formal education, but have some kind of education. It could be learning things on LinkedIn or whatever, or do online program. But just expose yourself to information that will help you deliver whatever you're doing is very, very key. Not only about just wanting to drive your passion. Passion is good. Doing what you love is good. But it's always a framework that helps you get things done properly. There's always a framework. There's always a pattern. There's always a lead. There's always a guide for everything that you're doing. You have to do things within those frameworks so that you are successful. And one of the things that education does is to put it in those kind of good framework. The way you speak, the way you present, the way you do your thing, the way you write, the way you set up a company, the structure you put. Now, comedy are becoming a good business in Nigeria. A lot of people are doing so. One, they make us laugh. We get excited, and they also make money. Those are value that they give. And a lot of people now are really doing that. We need to encourage younger people to come into comedy. If you have passion for comedy, this is an opportunity for you to learn from the very best. We go out to look for the very best. People like MC Lively, is a barrister, is a lawyer by background, but he has decided to venture into comedy and is doing fantastically well right now. So it means that it's a career that all of us can learn, but at the same time, it's good to have some kind of education. But even though if you don't have education, you can learn things on LinkedIn. It doesn't have to be in the four walls of schools. We can learn a lot of things on LinkedIn. Just expose yourself to learning, educate yourself with a lot of things on LinkedIn, online, everywhere, on YouTube. There are so many ways we can learn things. Go on YouTube. There's LinkedIn. LinkedIn posts where you can learn a lot of things. So the same thing, go to YouTube. There's a lot of things you can learn. So we should expose ourselves to learning. It's not necessarily have to be in the framework. The good thing right now, why we have to expose ourselves to personal learning, is because the world is changing fast. The world is moving fast, and even those things that we know is changing fast. Those things that we know is changing so fast that you can think. Sometimes you say that electricity cannot be created unless of this. But right now, even me in my house, I create electricity without anything. So a lot of things are changing so fast. So we have to move with the trend. We have to tap into the trend. Things are changing so fast. So how do you tap into this trend? How do you take advantage of the changes that are happening? It's just by learning, exposing ourselves to learning new things. So let's get our barrister on board. Let's get our barrister on board. This guy is just down to earth, just plain, and these are the kind of people we need. These are the kind of people we need to motivate our younger people. People who have a straight way, and they are doing things, making us proud all over. I see him going places. I see him going all over Africa and all of that. So as we're saying, barrister,
yes, sir.
What do you think our younger generation, those people that are looking up to you, what are the basic things you think they can do or practice that can help them successful in the comedy, in their career right now? who want to go
In
into
any
comedy?
career, in be it comedy or okay, I don't even mind talking about comedy particularly. I think one of the most important things any young person that's doing comedy is supposed to learn is don't compare yourself with anybody whatsoever. Anybody. There is no bigger recipe for disaster than comparing yourself to people. I know this for a fact because I've done it. It is easy to do it. And it's easy to say, don't do it or I will not do it. But it's a trap that many people fall into very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. So what it does is it removes from your ability as a person. So instead of you to judge yourself against yourself, you judge yourself against other people, and it doesn't let you grow. So it's only when you judge yourself against yourself that's when you grow. If you continue judging other people, then you will never be you will never be good in your own eyes. It's just Nice said it very well in one of the songs.
Okay.
I'm wishing election sorry.
I
think
will
something like that.
sorry. What it
Is it
means
like
technically
that?
that you're looking at another person's us to determine your own speed.
Exactly.
So you have,
that's one very key thing. Then also you need to find your comedic voice. People have different comedic voices. Some people I don't know what it is for everybody, but
maybe everyone needs to find their own style.
There is a style. You have a style. You have a unique style.
Yeah.
You have a unique style. You can line up.
Like some people, they carry bag around. That's their style. They carry bag around. You know, everybody have his style. Why are you laughing now? Am I saying it differently?
Yes, maybe some people
they carry
bags. I agree. So you need to find your style. Then don't compare yourself to any other person, whatever it is that you're doing.
Wow.
Also, it takes time.
Okay. Thank you so much. I will ask you two last questions.
All right, sir.
This first one is, can you tell us a way that people can monetize their comedy skills? How do you monetize it? How do you make money from making comedy? Some people think they just throwing the content there because they like the whole world. But how do you eventually make some money from it and that can help you grow? Because when you're doing anything and there's no money making, you can't grow.
You in fact, you would even you'll be desolate. You'll feel very bad. If you don't have money, you'll be depressed. That's the
so what are the possible way we can make money from being a comedian?
To monetize is not all that difficult because it's really simple. If you have people on your page, it is value for value. If you have people who come to your page, your platform regularly to consume your content, then you can very easily just tell a brand that I can advertise this for you and these people will watch it and they'll see it. It's basically adverts. That's one of the ways to make money. Then also it depends on how skilled.
What of other platforms like YouTube and Co?
Of course, YouTube that's the number one the number one money making app. But one has to be strategic with it too.
Okay.
Because if you're going to put content on YouTube, there's a certain number of hours that you need to put before you start making money from it. There's a certain number of minutes that you need to put for you to make money consistently. So it means that you need to do the short videos, you need to do the long videos. You can't just say, oh, I want to make money, then you go and do only long videos, especially when you're starting out. When you're starting out, make short videos, make long videos. So you make videos for various platforms. So just being dynamic, basically. The money part, once you've been able to gather your fans, gather your crowd, it's easy for you to now negotiate with whoever it is you want to negotiate with and say, I can advertise this for you.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, this is my last question to you. How do you think we can take Nigeria entertainment industry, comedy industry, film industry generally to the world? What are possible ways you think we can take it to the world?
We've already started. I saw it.
So how can we take it more to the world?
We are already doing it. So it's a process. We are not where we were 10 years ago. We are not where we were 5 years ago. I saw a video on Twitter today of Ikorodu boys on a Netflix banner in the US. I think it was Times Square or something. Like Ikorodu boys who do skits normally.
Are you serious?
Ikorodu boys, yes. Their video was in Times Square on a very huge billboard, an electronic board. That's
wow.
That's already Nigeria to the world. What I like to use as a point of contact is the music industry. About 10 years ago, the music industry, we're still asking, how are we going to connect to the world? How are we going to connect to the world? Now we're having collaborations with foreign artists, and it's like water. 10 years ago, it was a dream that we felt like it was so far. But now it's like water. We have lots of collaborations with artists. People are listening to Nigerian songs like just normally. So it's the same thing for the comedy and the film industry. I think it's growing. It has already started growing. A lot more people outside Nigeria.
Thank you so much.
They're watching.
Thank you so much. So Barrister, thank you so much for your time. You quickly look at the question box and pick 3 questions and answer from our audience.
Question box.
Yes, that's
where is that one? I don't know where that one is.
You see any question on the just check the screen. Any question?
Okay, the comments,
go ahead and ask your question. It's open. Ask your question right away. It's open. Go ahead and ask your question.
See, someone just said already we have 2 Grammy Award winners. See, like a few years ago, it seemed like something that was impossible.
People are hailing you from Dubai, from Turkey, from UK. Okay, you get global fan, no?
Do you see what we're talking
about? You get global fan. I'm proud of you.
You see what we're talking about? There's so many people who are already watching. Okay, we have the question.
So what do you say? Want to know what motivates you? What motivates you?
What's my biggest motivation? Laughter.
Eh?
Laughter.
Laughter.
I love to laugh. I love to make people laugh. Hey, so there's nothing that gives me motivation.
Yourself.
There's nothing that gives me more motivation than making people laugh.
Yeah, so motivation.
Someone says, what was your most challenging moment? Hey, this was when I was in 500 level of Obafemi Awolowo University. That's when I decided that I was going to try comedy. I was a very serious student in school, very serious. I was a politician too. So comedy was not a thing that I did then. 100 level, 200 level, 300 level, 400 level. When I was in 500 level, that's quarter to leave school. That's when I started doing stand-up. And I failed terribly. They booed me off stage several times, about 4 times, like 4 times. They booed me off. There was one time in amphitheater, they stoned me water bottle and all these things. In amphitheater, and at that point, I think that was the most challenging moment, because that was when I wasn't sure if I could last. I wasn't sure if I could do it professionally, even though I made a few people laugh. I wasn't sure if I could make the world laugh. But I had a couple of friends, very, very few.
Ask your question. Go ahead and ask your question. Go ahead and ask your question.
Can you hear me?
The barrister is open. Ask your question.
I kept driving me. A friend of mine, MC this, so he kept pushing me. He said, "I can do this. I can do this. I can do this." And of course, thank God that God is God. So I didn't give up.
That is amazing.
Thank God.
So, barrister, we have more questions. You can pick one more question.
Someone says, how many people have you trained so far? I don't know about training or no training. This is talk of the olden days. I impact knowledge wherever I go, to whoever I meet. So if there are a lot of people who have worked with me, there are a lot of people who have worked with, a lot of people whoever it is, whoever I meet.
Some people are appreciating you that they are hearing your real voice for the first time.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
They are hearing your real voice. They are used to the comedy. Now they are hearing you. That's amazing. Barrister, we appreciate you. MC Lively, we appreciate you so much. And we love you. We thank you for your time. You've done well. And you educate our audience. I'm glad they are happy to. So we look forward to engaging with you more, to learn more about you. And we wish you all the best in your future endeavor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye for
For the
now.
people that are asking for London show soon. Trust me, London show soon. I got you. Thank you very much for thank you
Bye.
very much for having me. I love you all, people who love me. Thank you very much. Bye, sir.
Yeah, bye. Thank you. So we have MC Lalo in the house, and it's quite amazing. We thank you for you guys that come to share him up, and I'm sure you've learned one or two things. Comedy could be a good business. It could be a sustainable business. You just to be creative about what you're doing. You don't need to copy someone else. You can have your own style, and you can decide to take it anywhere, globally and anywhere. And you can do film acting, you can do producing. So it's all about trying to be creative, have your originality, and give your value out there. And I'm sure a lot of people will engage with you. And when you are giving much value, you make a lot of money from different angles, from branding, promotion, from acting, from all over the world. Just keep doing, making it real, and keep being hard working. You need education. If you don't want a formal education, it's not compulsory to have a formal education. There are online things you can do, online courses that you can do to help yourself grow. It's good to keep helping yourself to grow, because the world is changing so fast. The more you can educate yourself, the better for you, because things are changing. Those things that we are taught are changing so fast. So we need to keep growing. Thank you guys, and drop your comment. DM me if you have any input, any information. We're glad. Thanks for coming. See you on Thursday again. Bye.